I recently introduced a new product called Blood Sugar Regulator, and I want to share some exciting results from a customer who has been using the compound for the last 3 months. These are lab results from the last few years, but the focus is on the last few months from January 2025. Here you can see that this person had a total cholesterol of 212 early January. That dropped to 201 about a month or so later with no major diet changes. By early April, they had dropped to 177 after changing their diet for 2 weeks. 1 week later, they had dropped to 159. From 177 to 159 in just 7 days. That's amazing. Let's look at some other labs. So here, we are looking at the HDL cholesterol, which is the good cholesterol. They started out pretty close to the recommended levels a few years ago, but that started to decline over the years. The thing with HDL cholesterol is that exercise is a key factor in helping to increase this number. Since this person is very sedentary, their HDL did not change much. As they start to exercise more, they should see a big improvement in this number. They did confirm that they were more active when the HDL was higher. Their triglycerides have been pretty good for the most part over the last few years, with a couple of increases here and there. At one point, it had gotten as high as 191 and then dropped down within normal range to 134, but increased again to 150. While on the herbs, it dropped to 85 with a slight fluctuation to 103. Now, let's look at LDL. Their LDL showed a steady increase over the last few years, peaking at 150 in recent months. They started taking the blood sugar regulator, and the numbers started to drop drastically within weeks. Recent lab results show 104. The cholesterol to HDL ratio is a calculation of the total cholesterol divided by the HDL cholesterol. The higher the ratio, the higher the risk of heart disease. They peaked at 6.5, then dropped down to 5.9. After starting the herbs, that number stabilized, then dropped down to 4.8. A week later, they were at 4.5 within normal range. This is the non-HDL cholesterol, which measures the amount of bad cholesterol in the blood. Again, we have tracked the progress over the past few years, and as you can see, there has been a steady increase, peaking at 181. A few months ago, they were at 176 and quickly dropped after starting the herbal compound. After incorporating diet changes, they dropped significantly down to 140, and 1 week later, they were at 124, within normal range for the first time in years. Here is the Hemoglobin A1C, which tracks the average blood sugar levels over the past 2 to 3 months. They started out within normal range, but had a drastic increase earlier this year to 11.1, which classifies them as having diabetes. After taking blood sugar regulator, they dropped to 10.9 within a month. The following month, they dropped down to 9.1. After seeing such great results, they decided to make the recommended diet changes along with the herbs and dropped down to an impressive 7.4. A week later, they dropped down to 6.9, which is amazing. To go from 11.1 to 6.9 in a few months even impressed their doctors. And this was done with no medications, just simple diet changes and the herbs. They even consume some meat during this time, which is not recommended, but I want to give you all of the facts. The only herbs that were taken was blood sugar regulator. This powerful herbal blend is proven to be effective. If you are dealing with high blood sugar levels and elevated cholesterol, I recommend giving blood sugar regulator a try. See the results for yourself.